How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to thank Lisa Cabrera. She sent me an email, and basically she said Mercury transit across the sun in retrograde. I feel weird. I was like, whoa. Well, I've been feeling weird today. And I've just been trying to feel the universe so that it made sense. So we're going to get deeper into it, my royal family, about retrograde. And this is something that rarely happens. And I'm going to tell y'all what it's all about, because I think I know what's going on. Like I often say, I don't speak in the absolutes. I don't always get it right. This is a we thing. We can all help each other in this, because I'm still learning about retrograde, and I've been knowing about retrograde since I was a small child, but I'm still learning. And my father taught me, and since my father crossed over, I had to apply myself and learn more, and I have learned directly from the retro family. And I have said that Brenda was the one that pointed out, because I was trying to figure out, why is it always an issue with a bridge or a bridge collapse? And because retrograde, during the retrograde phase, it affects communication. And she said, well, you got to have a bridge in order to communicate. Made a lot of sense, Brenda. Thank you for that. So I need more people's input, but I think I'm spot on this one. So let's go on this journey, my royal family. And we're going to start here. Mercury puts on a rare show as it passes directly between Earth and, I'm going to add my part, the black sun. Yes, the sun is black. I will put a link to the video that I did a while back. I think I did it last year. And yes, our beautiful sun is black. And so, and I do have a few things that I'm going to read here. Is it on this one? Let's see here. No, I don't think it's on this one. I have some other stuff I have to read to the royal family. Oh, yes, it is. Unlike its 2016 transit, Mercury scored a near bullseye this time, passing particularly dead center in front of our star. Mercury's next transit isn't until 2030, and North America won't get another opportunity until 2049. Earthlings get treated to just 13 or 14 Mercury transit a century. All right, so this is extremely rare. I'm not surprised. On the 11th, we know what 11 means: chaos, disorder, and judgment. And I'll get back to what all is going on, my royal family. It's very amazing the things that are happening coming out of our captivity in the universe.
Stargazers across the world got to see a rare sight Monday. Mercury passed between the Earth and Sun for the first time since 2006. The phenomenon, called Mercury in transit, happens on average 13 times every century. Depending on where you live, if you looked at the sun with proper telescope equipment, of course, you could see Mercury as a tiny black dot as it traveled across the face of the sun. CBS News science contributor and physicist Dr. Michio Kaku joins us. All right, so Michio, Mercury in transit. Can you just break down this phenomenon? Why is it so special to see that?
Well, when an inner planet like Venus or Mercury goes in front of the sun, It diminishes sunlight a little bit, and you can see it with telescopes. If you are an astronomy buff around the world, you have your telescope out there. You've been tracking transit of Mercury as it goes across the face of the sun. Historically, it was very interesting because we used that to calculate the distance of the solar system. The distance between the sun and Mercury was calculated using the transit.
Yeah, and so nowadays, can scientists still take advantage of this to learn things about other planets?
Exactly. We use the transit of other planets in outer space to verify their existence. Over 1,000 planets have now been verified because they eclipse the mother star as they move in front of it. And that's how we identify large planets orbiting other stars in other parts of the galaxy. And Mercury in transit, by the way, is supposed to be corresponding to taking care of your emails and letters and things that only take a few hours. When Venus is in transit, that's a time to get a wedding dress. That's a time to take care of your house, beautify yourself. So Mercury in transit and Venus in transit is when you're supposed to take care of short-term things that you didn't take care of before.
Oh, good to know. Duly noted. All right, Dr. Michio Kaku, thank you.
All right, my royal family. So we're getting a little bit more education. Again, Mercury puts on a rare show, and it passes directly between Earth and Sun. Oh yes, it put on a show, and it's communicating to the royal family. We're gonna look at it again. This is a little quickie one right here. I like watching it. Look at that joker. Okay. So as we continue on, my royal family, I'll read some things to y'all. So, Mercury is currently in a period of an apparent retrograde motion, appearing to go backwards in the sky from October 31st through November 20th, 2019. So we're at a November 11. Remember what 11 means? Chaos, disorder, judgment. Okay. Something that that concerns astrologers would like to believe that communications are disrupted during this time. That's based purely on Mercury being named after the Lord, after the Romans, messenger of the gods. That's completely fictional. All that's happening is that Mercury is overtaking Earth in its inter-orbit. I agree. Okay. Now I want to go down here a little bit here, real quick. Okay. There's a full moon a few hours after a beaver moon, a frosty moon, or a long night's moon occurs officially on Tuesday, but it's on Monday evening at dusk that the moonrise occurs closest to the sunset. So when it will look at its most spectacular. So after you're done with the transit of Mercury, come back a few hours later and look to the eastern horizon to see a majestic moon rise, pale orange hues. All right. So let's watch this. I can't blow this one up. It wouldn't allow it, but I want to see it as often as possible. Got some little quirky music, so I'm going to take it down a little notch here and see if you can see it from this. I would say look below is possible. And see if you can see it. There it is. I see it. Amazing. What are you telling us, Father? I see it. There it is. All right. All right, my royal family. Satellites. All right, my royal family, let me shut this down. And as we continue on, and all the links will be here. You see here, I have a moon calendar. And here we go. We see here, tomorrow, we will have a full moon. All right. So when there is a full moon, things get intense. So this is rare, what is going on. So I'm going to go back here, what I always show the royal family. What does this all mean? Well, I'm going based on what I feel, what I know about retrograde. And since this rare occurrence is happening, things will intensify more so than ever. These things that I encourage the royal family to be mindful of, not to fear of, to respect the universe and don't go against the grain. Now, before I get into this, what I was thinking about is tomorrow they're going to we'll be seeing the process of the impeachment hearings with Trump. And it is going to be intense. Now, I predicted that all of this was going to happen during retrograde, but I was 2 years off. And I had talked to Truthfully Honest on the phone. I said, all this stuff that's going to come down on Trump will be during retrograde. And it happens to be happening, my royal family, which is rare and intense. And even impeachment is rare. And Trump is special. And special don't always mean good. And special can mean good. And I think Trump is good for our beginning. I just wanted to put that out, my royal family, and to remind the royal family, focus on and avoid. But I think also the things to avoid needs to be focused, and it's going to be quite intense. I hung out with my daughter yesterday, and she told me 3 people that I know of had car accidents, and she was telling me that her father was in a car accident where his car was upside down, and he envisioned that this was going to happen to him, and he walked away with no scratches on him, and I'm glad that he's well. So anyhow, using your intuition rather than logic, looking at problems or issues from a new perspective with a new understanding, being flexible, especially when traveling, double check all details. I cannot emphasize enough, my royal family, the things that you get up and do on a routine basis, go to work or go to school, leave much earlier. I've had people contact me and let me know that they did what I said, and they thanked me because they seen all types of accidents, all types of backup traffic, and they were able to get to work on time, get to school on time, and go about their royal day. Ensure your hard drive, smartphone, tablet, and etc. all have fresh backups. Getting a tune-up before heading off on a road trip. This is a wonderful time to be creative. Paint, draw, dance, read, write, make music. Reorganize, reviewing, reflecting, slow down, meditate, and journaling. Accept that there may be frustrations, redos, delays. miscommunications and intense meltdowns, making any major purchases, negotiating or signing contracts, making life-changing decisions, going on the first date. Things may not be as they seem when Mercury goes direct. And we are direct. We are in the nucleus of retrograde. And since this rare phenomenon has happened, my royal family, it's intensified. Respect the universe. Focus on Yahweh and Yahweh only. Okay. Behaving recklessly, purchasing electronics equipment, especially computers, that's a no-no. Arguing or fighting, yes, we should be very mindful of it. And I have used earnestly on YouTube, I have purposely argued with an asshole, knowing that I was going to win the argument because I was in harmony with retrograde. All right. Starting a new job is a no-no. Signing a new lease or buying a new house. Okay. Assuming or any understanding on another's part during this time. Launching a new business or putting on a big event. And then they say hide under a rock. You don't need to hide under a rock. All you have to do is stay in harmony with the universe. Pray, meditate, and focus on the universe. Be in harmony with the universe. Retrograde will work in your favor. It will. But how I feel about retrograde, my royal family, is be respectful of it. Don't go against it. Don't fear it. And let it lead you. And the only thing is, our Father just wants us to slow down and be mindful of our environment, outside and inside. So this is rare. So also then right after that, we have a full moon. So I'm going to let y'all know. These are the things that I be seeing behind the scenes. Something very big is going to happen. And we see that there are fires all over the universe. I ain't lost sight of that, my royal family. Just so y'all will know what's going on with me. During retrograde, I don't do as many videos. I'm paying attention and being mindful of the universe. So I'm not ignoring the things that are happening. I know that Mr. Jefferson has passed, Tatiana's royal father. He died of a broken heart. It was just too much. It was too much of a weight on him. He needed to be released. I ain't lost sight of that at all. I'm paying close attention, my royal family. Thank y'all. Continue to send in the emails. And I'm trying to avoid communicating with particular people because I know that when we communicate, it ain't gonna be a good look. So I'm just trying to stay in harmony with the universe. I'm speaking to a number of different people who have reached out to me and want to communicate with me, and I am avoiding you because of retrograde. Now, after retrograde, we shall see. But the way I deal with retrograde, when it's totally over, because retrograde goes in 3 phases. And right now we are direct, or like I like to say, the nucleus of retrograde. Then we have a part where it is descending. But I have noticed, my royal family, that retrograde is intense from day 1. I don't go by what the enemy is telling us to go by, and hiding under a damn rock is not logical. But that's how they want to respect the universe and everything. So this is a powerful thing that's going on, and go out there and look at that beautiful new moon, and see the orange hue, and take the pictures of it, and all the things that we should do in respecting the universe here and everything. And so it is what it is, my royal family. And I have been feeling weird. I got lightheaded today, which I ain't got a lightheaded in years. People that are empathic, and I keep emphasizing that the chosen ones are empathic. We may not know it because we have to survive in this shithole that we are in, because we are right here with the enemy. And it's a lot for us to deal with because we are dealing with multiple layers of war. So I hope that this is being helpful to the royal family. Anybody that have any knowledge about retrograde, please share it with the royal family. I'm most humble. I will always remain a master student. So my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.